What's up, guys? It's your boy Zwokey back out with another Chris Watts video, and this one was sent to me by literally thousands of you guys asking me to watch, react, commentate, and put my 2 cents in. Which, of course, I'm going to do that for you guys. And we got the green light from Miss Para Women Radio that we can watch, react, and of course put our 2 cents in. She definitely wants to know what I think. And we're going to do just that. This is Found Nicole Kessinger's Dirty Truck Spotted classic rewind. Plus, I want to talk about Trent Bolt, the cousin that's friends with Nicole Kessinger. But let's get into it. So, without further ado, if you guys could do me a solid favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that wiper icon down at the bottom right, hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys also very much for the love and support. And I want to reiterate this. I'm not saying this is fact for all those haters out there, okay? You're up here. I need you to dial it down for the insanity, okay? We're using it, we're looking at it, seeing what we can go from there, but just calm down, okay? Also, go over to Para Women Radio. Go give her some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. This is her video. She did the work, and we definitely want to give her the dues where it is the dues. So, with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, it looks like Miss Para Woman Radio is talking with Alex Erickson, sorry. Erickson. My goodness, I cannot talk today. Amber Truth Seeker, ATS News. And then Melissa Jade. Okay.
I mean, it's not like she's like tried to change, you know, so that she isn't recognized. So, you know, the other thing about this whole,
I would say that maybe Nicole Kessinger has a thyroid problem looking at her neck. I know that is a sign of having a thyroid issue when your neck kind of does that. So, I mean, she could, and her eyes bulge a little bit. So,
you know, it's my problem. I like burgers and tacos. And plus, I'm older, so my metabolism has taken a hiatus for a little bit. So that's why Zwokey is a little bit more of a beefier dude.
She could have a thyroid issue.
Because literally some haters were like, oh, this fat piece of crap. Like, it doesn't bother me. Okay? Let's move on.
Thing is, this was shot in Montana, like I was telling you guys, and we don't know if she lives there in Montana now, and that's why, you know, she's here. We know why she's there because it's her friend. But did she fly in?
And that friend is cousins with Trent Bolt, the aunt that passed away. That's Trent's aunt. What? The guy that was apparently the GAY for Chris? That Chris pretty much was like, I don't know what he's talking. I mean, we can't believe a word Chris says, but I think this was all in a ruse to, is a ruse right? A ruse? Yes, a ruse to make it look like Chris was dating outside with Nicole and that there were other people, so I would get the spotlight off of NK.
Or is she just local there?
Didn't she talk about like going to Montana before, like loving it there or something like that? Like there were pictures over there or something.
I've been to Montana. It is flat. No offense to Montanians. How would you say Montanians? It's flat. I've been through it. There's some hills, but it's flat.
She was part of some oil company or something. You guys remember the Sunburst Console? What was it called?
Yes.
Gosh, I have it like screenshotted probably somewhere. But anyways, that was in Montana. But that was like years ago, before the case even broke. So she has
her friend's family lived there. That's probably why she would be there at the funeral doing that. And
if she lives in Montana, well, she doesn't because I know where she lives. I'm just not giving it away. I was gonna say maybe she has the safe house in Montana.
Danielle. But I don't remember her talking about loving Montana. So this is good information.
Has had ties to Montana, but I don't know if any of it besides this has been since after the case. I don't know.
Well, and also, oh, sorry, Amber.
No, you're fine. I'm talking to myself. Let me just look this up.
No.
Well, I saw a couple of comments saying, you know, like, even if she's gained weight or aged, her nose or chin wouldn't change. Let me tell you something.
So I use facial recognition software. It's her.
I think it's very
That's
obvious.
actually not true. Your nose does change and your chin changes too. I've noticed my nose and chin is different. And
Yes.
my ears too are changing.
But if she has had a baby, let me tell you something. Being pregnant
She has not had a baby.
and having a baby does miraculous things to a woman's face. I don't know how the hell it has the ability to change the structure, but it does. Don't ask me how. Not always for the best. Usually not for the best either.
People's noses grow and they get weird as they get older. So I don't know. I think that your face does change. Maybe even your ears, like the cartilage in your ear kind of dissolves and then your ears change a little bit.
Saying that in her case versus you'd be surprised. So if she had a baby, I'd be curious how long ago, you know, because if it's anytime recent, a lot of times what you'll see is face changes with the hormones and with just giving birth.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's Sunburst Consulting, and I believe Jim Malone is tied to that, and so I believe was
Okay.
Danielle, and that is in Montana. I think NK was tied to it as well, but of course her name.
Do not look these people up. Just leave it alone. Like people are like, well, I'm gonna contact this. No, Zwolky's not telling you to do it.
Is it coming up because she's scrubbed everything of herself on the internet and changed her name? So I don't know. Again, we don't know if she lives there now or if she's just in for the funeral.
Who said she was married though?
Yeah, because do you remember before I had the baby, I want to say before the election time, around the time that Rourke had his podcast with his wife. Does anyone remember that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Around that time, there was also an article that came out, which my channel covered it and Scott Rice covered it. And it was talking about NK dating a younger guy. Does anybody remember this?
No,
Yeah. Ooh,
It was less than a year ago.
I did hear about it.
I don't remember this at all. Do any of you guys remember this?
Remember it?
I might need to talk to Amber and have her on for another collab.
And then all of a sudden, the election takes place for Rourke and all that, and he's still in his Okay, so Tess remembers it. I'm telling you, I cannot remember what live stream it is, but you can't find the article. It's like scrubbed now.
Look, Tony says I remember it. There's a lot of stuff that used to be out that has been scrubbed. You know what I mean?
You guys remember that?
There's been way too much info redacted that has to include NK in it. You can't tell me that's cover up, or you can't tell me that's not cover up.
Interview of the wife that Nicole went to the same gym and she said that Nicole would go after the husbands at the gym. I can't find that interview anywhere. And I've talked.
There's an actual condition. I'll show you guys. All right, so I can't literally find the word that describes psychology, but ego. She feels powerful taking a man who is in a relationship / marriage, causes to her, it's a sign that she is superior. What she doesn't know is that the men who cheat aren't worth their weight and would cheat with anybody if they had gave them attention. Chris just wanted the attention. Plus the booty part. What motivates a husband to let it happen? Booty. He gets free booty. Can we please stop censoring men? This was a question for women about women. Oh, interesting. Story, my ex-husband's affair partner, who he was bringing over socially to play board games with for a year prior to our split. That's ballsy. And to the house for sleepovers when I was working overnights. Wow. Saw the best parts of my ex-husband. They had a lot more in common and she was younger. It's always younger. I don't know why. Never married and a single mom. She saw him parenting here and there. She thought he was great and he manipulated her. My ex-husband was charming on the surface, but I knew that the real him since we were together for 17 years. Years ago, we separated because he wanted to get out of our marriage. He told me the reasons why in a conversation, and it was all about him. Of course it is. She would be easier to deal with. Years later, she has reached out to me. We co-parent, so we do talk, and she voices her issues with him to me. That is so weird. They're like, oh, did you have this problem when I was dating him? Like, that's so weird. I was not surprised. She really thought she was betting on a winning pony. Or betting. I'm not her, but based on our conversation, I do think in hindsight, she was just really ignorant of what being in a committed relationship with the other or with that one guy would really be like. At times, regrets taking him. I guarantee Chris and Nicole, it was just a fling. It was never gonna last. The co-parenting landscape and my 3 kids have time. I'm happy to be out of that marriage and sometimes feel bad for her, but I hope it works because my kids deserve stability. See, that's what Chris could have gone through, is he could have co-parent if he wanted to be with Nicole that bad. But again, it comes down to he wanted to start a clean slate. He didn't want to have to deal with any of that baggage, as he calls it. He wanted to start anew. But again, I say very openly that that man and Nicole Kessinger would have never made it past the year. I guarantee it. But let's continue.
Talked about that interview repeatedly, and I can't find that anywhere.
Crazy. Okay, Jen wants to hear it again. Let's play it again.
But like, why scrub something that's recent? Like, I get it, scrub stuff before the case, but this came out like last year, and then like it said that she
Because they don't want this to reopen. Somebody doesn't want it to reopen. If it's NK or higher ups there, you know, DAs, law officers, who knows? Something doesn't want, or someone doesn't want this coming to light. Why? Because then they would be put in prison.
was dating a younger guy, and then all of a sudden the whole article's gone. I don't know. It's so bizarre.
Well, interesting. Who got who to scrub what? Do you and why would somebody scrub something for Nicole Kessinger? It sounds like maybe Nicole has some kind of influence. I don't want to. Let's go forward, and they're going to listen to it again. But let's see what else there.
I feel it comes down to power and money. She knows somebody that has power and money. And then there's some people that are like, I hope she sues you for everything. I haven't told anybody to go hurt her. I'm just telling her I want the police to look at her. And they're like, I hope she sues you. Yeah, come and sue me. Let's go to court. I don't care. I don't care about money.
Saying.
Alleged truck owned by NK. What do you know about that, Amber?
Oh, okay. I think they're talking about the truck now. So let's go forward. Let's keep going. I will put the link if you want to watch that entire video. Let's.
Oh, I'm
Be
gonna
sure to
look
give this
that.
live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
To Rumble, and I'm pretty sure this Alice Down the Rabbit Hole is over on YouTube, but I happened to find this video over on Rumble, and this is Nicole Kessinger found. I will put the links to everything we watch in the description. Please go over and
Oh, I thought they were talking about that ad. Oh, jeez.
show each channel some love. Okay, so it looks like here is where she used to live. It's a Colorado limited liability. It's a business address. It looks like it's in, what does that say, Aurora?
Yes, Aurora.
Colorado. Here is.
Oh, this truck. Yeah, this is one of the trucks that she drove. I've seen this image, so I didn't know if this was a new one or not. Or like a new sighting or so forth, but this truck did belong to, I want to say it was her, no, it wasn't her dad. I can't remember. There's been a lot of rumors going around that it's her company truck. Then they said it was her dad's truck, but she's been seen driving in this. Plus there was other people that saw a gentleman in there. You know, I'm not going to try it. It's just all alleged. It's not fact again. So
the truck.
Limited liability company. This was in what year? It says March 2018. The company has one contract on record. The contact is Nicole Kessinger from Aurora. I mean, this address does look familiar. Interesting.
Truck.
NK's previous address for her business and parents' address. We don't care about that.
This is supposedly
Nobody go there. Nobody visit. Nobody do anything. Zwoki is not telling you anything. I gotta literally say this like slow for the people in the back because they're like, oh my gosh, Zwoki's saying this is fact. This is... Yeah, let's continue.
NK's dirty truck. On the street that so it looks like maybe she was found at her parents' home. Let's keep going. Oh, I don't know how comfortable I feel about putting the parents' address out there, though.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I know people have sent it to me, and I'm just like, yeah. So I don't know about the music. So we don't care about that. Yeah, I already know what that house looks like. Okay.
I will put the link for the truck.
Yep, I've seen that place.
Here it is. Let me see.
I've seen a lot of these places already.
Right here. Because remember the neighbors saying that silver truck drove by the night of...
And you know, when we Googled the license plate, guess what it came up as? Nicole Kessinger. So I don't know why people keep saying it's her dad's truck or the company's truck. This truck belonged to Nicole Kessinger. I don't think she still has it. I think she's gotten rid of it because it says previous owner, Nicole Kessinger. Previous.
Of the Schmurders, or there was a truck like that parked. Do you think that was NK's truck?
This truck was seen by Betty. Those boys, there was they said there was a gentleman in there that matched a look of you know who. So it's very interesting. Like, I wonder if they would have been able to tie the tire tracks of her truck to either Chris Watts' location, like the dirt behind, or seeing if she went out to Survey 319. It's just very interesting about this truck.
I think they start to talk about it a little bit. Let's see what they say.
Oh, that's interesting. It's been forever since I heard it. What did she say exactly? I can't remember it.
It's been forever since I heard it, but in a few minutes I could grab it and send it to you.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. And then, okay, here is... They were writing that book together. Chris agreed to this book coming out and sent Dylan a letter in his own handwriting that talked about her like having more to do with it. It never flat out said in black and white in his handwriting one. Now Dylan goes on to say he does flat out say to him in black and white, but that's just hearsay. But this letter, I mean, he thought this was going to come out in their little book about the Bible, and it just that adds another element. Is Chris really in jail, like speaking out that? I don't know. I don't know.
And Dylan isn't even the only inmate to come out and state that. Remember David Carter?
Yeah.
And he got to the point where he's on the phone with CBI Tammy. He recorded all this. I've included it in my documentary because it's just mind-boggling to me that it went down this way. She, says, oh, so Chris said that? He said that she was involved. Okay, well, would you be interested in doing a lie detector test? And he says, yeah, no problem. And she says, okay, well, we'll get that set up and we'll start from there. Let me give you a call back. He gave that voicemail or that phone conversation recording to AD. He put it on his channel. As soon as it goes on YouTube, Tammy called him back and said that he had no credibility and that he was interested.
Yes, I forgot about that, Amber.
Interesting. Do you think they went after AD because he dug into something too close to Kessinger and they found out about it and they don't want? I mean, is this another reason why they don't want us digging in? The root checks don't want us digging into Kessinger? Is there something there? Because why did Tammy Lee call the armchair detective and AD? Is that who they're talking about? Oh, I got to move forward.
I don't know. It's very weird. It's like a lot of this stuff she said makes no sense. That's why it's so hard to let this one go, I think, because things just don't add up or make sense or
They
feel like
don't.
normal, you know, how people would act in this case, in a situation like this. Like, for instance, we
yeah.
talked, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you and I had just talked about Melissa, her staying on the call for that,
Yes.
speaking to the detective. Like, what?
There's always going to be a lot of pieces to this that doesn't sit right with me. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean that there's a full-on conspiracy necessarily. It depends on which way you want to look at it. But even if one thing is a lie, it'll shift all of the pieces. So none of the pieces are fitting, you know? But there's always going to be something, and I don't know how tiny it is. It could be very tiny, but something isn't sitting right, and it'll never sit right with me. I feel like there is more. And a lot of people I see say that, oh, well, she was fully investigated. No, actually,
She was
everything
not.
stopped the moment Chris took a plea deal. That's it.
She wasn't even investigated. She was just questioned. They didn't even go anywhere. Like even Tammy Lee said, we weren't done. They stopped everything once Chris said, I did it. And he didn't even say anything about the kids at first. He said, yep, I was the one that caused Shanann's disappearance and her death. And then wanted to sit there and say that Shanann did it with the girls.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Yep. Even Tammy, she wished they could have went further, but they didn't.
Exactly. And Shanann's family has commented, like, you know, we don't really like the conspiracy talk, which I understand. If you guys want to reference the discovery files, then you can talk about the case. They came out saying that years ago. So we go through the discovery files and you'll see nothing was finished. The federal fingerprint.
I just want somebody to pay for what they did for possibly ruining a family's life. That's all I want. Let's prove that she's innocent or guilty, and then it's done. This case will go quiet. I've said it hundreds of times.
Scan, you know, the vomit at Serby, we don't know whose vomit it was. No DNA analysis in this entire case. We don't even know what was found in the fingernail clippings that were taken at the autopsy.
They literally said they collected it and then stored it. That is it.
How crazy is that, Amber, right?
It's nuts. And, you know, it's just unfinished. That's the only word that I have for it.
Completely
you know, they got their
unfinished.
confession, they got their conviction, and
I envy those people that can believe the official narrative and be like, okay, case closed. They got their guy. We don't have to worry about anything else, you know?
Agreed.
Oops, I didn't mean to move it back over to Rumble. Sorry about that, guys.
The 12,000 images.
And so many people have also commented, because Tammy herself has stated this, you know, the clock stopped when he signed the plea deal. So many people have pointed out, like, since when does that stop an investigation?
Right. No, Harlot, you know, and even here's the problem. They had to go back and the closest to the story we get is when they went back and did another interview with him. But
Did they even figure out who pooed out there at the site? Did they even like?
Chris said that he did it because he didn't want to wait or wait that long to go to the bathroom. So he said he did it. He's the one that defecated.
Do any research, because I know they found vomit and poo out there.
the things that he shared doesn't make sense when you take the evidence and you apply it. You know, some pieces can make sense, but then there are other massive pieces that it's like, wait, that's not possible. Like, how would that have happened? And so it just leaves you wondering.
Yeah. Well, also think about this, and I don't have the books because I gave them away in a giveaway after I read them. I'm looking now though for this email because Dylan, when I interviewed Chris's at one point best friend.
I'm looking for Dylan Talman's books as well. If anybody has them,
I have it. I just never read it. But then I think if they remove it from the store, that means I don't have it anymore, right? I don't know. I have to take a look at my Amazon.
that I could possibly borrow them, or if you have it on PDF, if you could just email me at parawomenradio@gmail.com. It's right there on the screen running across the ticker. The email is right there.
Ticker.
If you could help me out, I would really appreciate it.
They were writing that book together. Chris agreed to this book coming out and sent Dylan a letter in his own handwriting that talked about her like having more.
Oh, and the picture that was on the back of the book or the inside of the book was a picture that he was with Shanann. She was just cropped out. How sick is that?
To do with it. It never flat out said in black and white in his handwriting one. Now,
I had Dylan write me, or he wanted me to write.
He was writing me. And then he stopped. I said, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for your interview and so forth. And just ghosted.
Write him. he gave me his contact information to write, but then you'd have to pay for it. And this was like 6 months ago, and I think he was moved again. So I'll try to work into it and see if I can get inside contact information. I just don't have a PO box, but now that they're doing it on the tablets, I don't feel like I will have to have a PO box because we'll be contacting electronically. Although I know that when you fill out all this information at this site, you have to give them your complete legal name. So I don't know if they actually give the inmate your legal name or if that's just for their references. I'm going to have to figure that out.
Why no? I'm getting mixed up now. Was it Dylan or was it, what's his name? Oh man, Dylan Tallman or David Carter? What is it? I think it was David Carter that I was talking to. Yes, David Carter. I like to talk to Dylan, but
Too, because I don't want to write to anybody and them have my real name.
Goes on to say he does flat out say to him in black and white, but that's just hearsay. But this letter, I mean, he thought this was going to come out in their little book about the Bible, and it just that adds another element. Is Chris really in jail, like speaking out that? I don't know. I don't know.
And Dylan isn't even the only inmate to come out and state that. Remember David Carter?
Yeah.
And
Remember,
he
David
got to the
Carter.
point where
I don't remember David Carter. Oh, is David Carter the one that unalived the family and kidnapped the girl that he was besties with? Is that who David Carter was? Remember Chris being friends with that guy in the beginning? It was the only guy that would talk to him.
he's on the phone with CBI Tammy. He recorded all this. I've included it in my documentary because it's just mind-boggling to me that it went down this way. She, says, "Oh, so Chris said that? He said that she was involved. Okay, well, would you be interested in doing a lie detector test?" And he says, "Yeah, no problem."
And they never did it.
Well, we'll get that set up.
And then they go, "Oh, he can't be credited." Well, hook him up to the lie detector. We can see if he's credible or not. All you have to do is ask him, "Was what Chris told you fact?" "Oh, it wasn't?" "Okay, next." Like, validate it. What's that saying that they always say? Oh, what? Trust but verify. Like, you can trust it, but let's verify it.
And we'll start from there. Let me give you a call back. He gave that voicemail or that phone conversation recording to AD. He put it on his channel. As soon as it goes on YouTube, Tammy called him back and said that he had no credibility. And then
What?
Yes, I forgot about that, Amber. Oh my gosh, so much time has went by. It's
Wow.
So much stuff
look
has
at
happened in this case.
how do you ask someone, okay, would you be willing to take a polygraph? And then just because, which I wish he never did, like share that audio with AD, because what would have happened if she didn't cancel?
Yeah. Okay, I found one of them. And this is in Chris's handwriting. And actually, let me just screenshot it and pull it up on the screen. So hold on just a second. This way we're not, because oh my gosh, I forgot all about that recording of Dylan and Tammy. I mean, I don't know. It seems to me like though it's never gonna. Unfortunately, I
have that recording.
Do you do?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, that's interesting. It's been forever since I heard it. What did she say exactly? I can't remember.
It's been forever since I heard it, but in a few minutes I could grab it and send it to you.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. And then, okay, here is, oh yeah, I have this pulled up too. Look, remember when the neighbor was saying that there was a truck outside that wasn't
And then those little boys said the same thing.
usually there?
Anything different over the last, 2 days, 3 days? Odd vehicles, odd noises, odd lights.
There was a truck out here yesterday. That's why I thought you were here yesterday. Maybe someone complained about that I hadn't seen before.
What type of truck?
It was kind of almost a steel gray.
Okay.
Don't ask me to make it
Okay.
here. But that was late afternoon.
Right there. So there's the truck. And this was the truck I just showed you. It looks like the same truck, but I mean,
It is the same truck.
you would have to get the two pictures and really compare them probably. But
It's NK's truck.
The dad has a great big truck and it's gray. But this one was smaller.
Okay.
This one was smaller.
this one has 2 doors. Did the other one have 2 doors on it?
It was a, what do they call that? Not a quad cab, but a quarter cab. I don't remember what they call it. Where the door opens up, but it opens up almost like, not suicide doors. Man, I've lost my suicide. Suicide is the one that opens the opposite way. No, that is suicide doors. That's what it's called. Quarter cab. I think so. I don't remember.
Yeah, it did. I think it's the same truck, you guys.
Alleged truck owned by NK. What do you know about that, Amber?
Okay. So remember when she owns that LLC, the Setia consulting or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, so before she scrubbed that, people grab this screenshot. So when you look up a business on Google, it'll show like the picture of the front of the business and stuff.
Yeah.
Her address was associated with the business, so this address belongs to her family, and that was a car that was in the screenshot. The address that was tied to the company that
So this was the address this was the video that we just looked at.
the company that she owned.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. So, and then a lot of people say, well, Betty said that it didn't have that camper on the back, because the cop like asked her in the description, and she says no to that question or something. But it's like you can remove
remove campers really easy.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. A lot of people
But it was also dark.
will take those on and off depending on what they're doing.
And she said there was a topper on it. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. So, I want to get into this part. Okay. So what really gets me like going, let me get my arrow. Okay, here's my arrow. So you guys can see it. So this gentleman is Trent. Obviously the one GAY that claimed that he was in a romantic relationship with Mr. Chris Watts. But this gentleman is a cousin to this woman. We're going to name her D, the letter D, which this woman was friends with this woman. This woman went to her and his aunt. And this is not suspicious? We're not supposed... Like, how weird is that? It flabbergasts me. Somebody, I don't remember who said it. They had a longer version of the clip that we've seen of Nicole in that funeral area. They said that there was a moment where you could see Trent. I gotta find that message in my Instagram, see if I can find it. And I didn't know how much validity it was, because you can add so much different things nowadays with AI tools and Photoshop and video editing and I mean, it definitely looked like it belonged, but at the same time I was like, I don't know, I've gone to school for a lot of this graphic design and visual editing and so forth, and it's just like, it just really gets you questioning the image. Maybe I need to find it, bring it back to you guys just for dissection, I should say. But yeah, this guy is cousins with her, which their aunt was the one that died, and she attended. Why would Trent be in a consideration for being involved with Chris? So it doesn't give the light onto her. I'm just saying, alleged. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Please leave them below. Again, don't forget to go over to Pair Women Radio. I want to get like a podcast together or a couple videos where it's like 5 to 8 of us crime people, and we talk about this as a video or as a live video where you guys can ask your questions, but all 8 to 10 of us, or 5 to 8 to 10 of us, can be in that video and answer the questions. I want to get something together like that so much. But if you guys would like to see that, or if you guys would like to put your 2 cents in, I surely appreciate it. Again, don't forget to go over to Pair Women Radio, give her love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. We will see you guys in the next video. Please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.